Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about BLOKTOPIA and following up on one of our most recent coin picks. One thing I gotta say is if you like this kind of content and this channel and what you're seeing, you should like and subscribe so that way you can be up to date with all the most recent information as it's coming out. But I need you to remember something. This is not financial advice and everything here is strictly here for news and educational purposes. So with that in mind, you should be able to enjoy the content of this video. And like I mentioned before, it's going to be BLOKTOPIA. So BLOKTOPIA, we had an astronomical rally from about the 2-cent range when I called it all the way up to the peak of 17 cents. So anyone who would have caught that would have made roughly about 8 to 9x if they sold. I know that's their business if they sold or not, but there was money to be made. Y'all did good if you bought it when you saw the video. And more or less I wanted to give this follow-up video because I feel like now it seems like we are bottoming out. Now, the reason we had such a heavy dump, and a lot of people are panicking, and that's fine. It's natural. It was about a 60% correction since the all-time high. And that is because of this right here. So the circulating supply has gone up. Now, how much it's gone up is, it's self-reported, so it's hard to be exactly accurate. But granted, the company mentioned that once land sales were finished, they were going to release more block into the supply to allow people the opportunity to buy more. And this is a good thing because at the price it was going up, it was kind of scary. It was too exponential. But now it gives people a chance to enter and join for the next leg up, which I think is going to happen. And this brings me back to my main point that it's looking like metaverse tokens are going to be the next big thing. And this thing is only ranked number 2,712th globally on all the crypto markets right now. So it's a very small coin. It hasn't even blown up properly yet. It's still like in its infancy. Now, here's why I think it's a good time to potentially enter. Because if you look at the 1 month chart, you see right here, bam, it blew up. And then look, you see it's bounced. It's gone consistently lower lows and lower highs. But as of right here, we've broken it. We've broken out of that pattern. And I'll zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. But you can see it right here. We're bottoming out. So if we're bottoming out now, that would mean that right now, this would be the time to start accumulating. If it goes down a little bit more, you just buy more because I think that we're at the end of that volatile dump. We've had that pretty big dump, and now it looks like we're bottoming out because, as you can see here, we're out of the pattern that's breaking lower lows and lower highs. And if this continues consolidating just maybe another day or two at this range, then that would mean that we've officially bottomed out, and it's a good time to load up on this project if you believe in it. Now, that's just from like a brief technical perspective. If you just take it from the current price to the all-time high, that's 2x, which is not that crazy. Granted, the supply went up, but I do understand too that every time they sell a property in BLOKTOPIA, they burn that token amount from the supply permanently. So it does make sense considering if you're buying, let's say, 10 pieces of property at 400,000 block, that's about 4 million block. It'll be relatively quick to burn from the supply, especially if there's resale value to the plots. Now, this is the other thing I wanted to mention because I wanted to follow up. Kucoin is officially opening its own meta office in BLOKTOPIA. Is this the future of office space? Very likely, because what's very funny is I was talking today because Anti Hedge I'm hoping if I could get the right spot, I want to get my own office in BLOKTOPIA so that people who are part of the VR world will be able to actually see and speak to Anti Hedge in the office. That would be awesome, no? For you, the viewer, to be able to actually go into a digital office and do something like that. Be kind of cool. But with that out of mind, Kucoin has already said they're on board with the metaverse. They're very much behind BLOKTOPIA, which is one of the reasons why I like it, because I like Kucoin. I think there's a future in the actual exchange and what it does. And it always has the best low caps and small cap coins. And as you can see here, the fact that they're even willing to put themselves into this metaverse shows that it could be something bigger than just another metaverse. Maybe this could be the one. Maybe they're going to tackle it from a perspective almost similar to Cyberpunk, which is the kind of vibes that I'm getting. But hopefully it's better than, the actual Cyberpunk, because a lot of people were disappointed with that. But the last thing I wanted to say to basically wrap up this BLOKTOPIA video, because I'm going to make this one brief today, was this. What does this look like to you? Binance. Binance seems to have their own spot in BLOKTOPIA. And if they don't have their own spot in BLOKTOPIA, then Binance, the NFT section of Binance, or Binance NFT, whatever you want to call it, seems to have, seems to be entering with their own virtual office. And that's a big step forward, because now that's Binance and Kucoin behind it. Binance is the largest exchange globally, and Kucoin is the most underrated exchange. Kucoin is the most underrated exchange globally. And it's one of those things that's the secret of the trade, because you know what? A lot of people don't use Kucoin, and they're missing out on so many gains. And I feel bad for them, because you know what? Some of the easiest gains are just catching something early on Kucoin. Because the second it finishes an ICO, Kucoin's where it gets listed. And Kucoin is where you'll make your money. By the time it reaches Binance, the money's been made. So if you could get it on Binance and make 100%, the money's been made there. Everything that goes exponential will be on Kucoin and smaller exchanges, because you're taking a higher risk. Now, that's Binance and Kucoin opening their own offices, virtual offices in BLOKTOPIA. Does that mean that BLOKTOPIA is still something that is considered risky? I personally think because of things like that, it's a lot less risky than other cryptocurrency or metaverse plays currently. I personally see this thing becoming one of the big metaverses of the future. So with that in mind, I hope you've enjoyed these videos. Guys, thank you so much for following up to this point, because we broke 1,000 subs. That's our first big milestone. Only 4% of YouTube's hit this milestone. So that is a serious thing, and we thank all our subscribers, all our viewers, anyone who has sat down and actually watched Anti Hedge content, even the people who sat there and commented and it didn't sit with you. At least you sat and watched it. We appreciate that view. We appreciate you coming here and learning with us and giving your opinion. So with that in mind, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. The Discord and the Patreon are coming out very soon. I know I've been saying it for a while, but it's in the works, and we want to make sure that the way we set it up is fair for everybody, and that our moderators and our people are able to handle an increase in demand in, let's say, our channel. So thanks for watching. Take care.